Alrighty then, g'day guys and welcome, my name's Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer and welcome to Twitch Plays City of Mist, our adventure where we take you guys into the world of City of Mist, a modern day fantasy adventure which features a group of individuals who have been granted powers by strange and mysterious entities known as their mythos. Legends, tales, and mythologies which grant powers to very everyday people. For what purpose? Well, that depends on the mythos. Some are trying to fulfill their objectives and retell their stories. Others are trying to vie for powers or even complete things that they feel are left undone. We are following the adventures of none other than Charlie, our lead guitarist from the Pigeon Wranglers, as she is on a quest to try and find out who tried to murder her best friend and drummer, Reese. Joining her is, of course, a new addition to the group, which you can see kind of down there. That's Kiki. Kiki is, of course, a daughter to a retired Yakuza head honcho. And, yeah, we now have stats for Kiki, and Kiki is coming with us by popular demand because you guys, you the audience, are actually the player for this game. So you guys determine where Charlie and Kiki go, what they get up to, what they do. I said they. I did not say they. I said she was referring to Kiki. Kiki's a she, I think. I believe so. What did I put down? Yes, she, her. But yes, that is what we're doing today. It is so good to see so many of you here. It's so wonderful that you guys have decided to join me for another session as we find out more about what is going on. Now, of course, there are a few things that we need to go over, and that is, of course, the sponsorships. First of all, I'd like to thank our primary sponsor, and that is, of course, Hero Forge, for the wonderful artworks you can see over here. They, of course, are a amazing and wonderful site that you guys can use to go and build your own characters. Oh, is there stutter in the sound? Oh, do let me know if there is. Hold on. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Can you hear my voice? Yes. Okay. That looks okay. Maybe it could stand to be a little bit clearer. Let me check a few other things here. Okay. All right. Let me know if that fixes things or not. Okay. Mine's fine. Okay. Cool. Sweet. So there we go. Now, as we were saying, yes, thank you to Hero Forge for the wonderful artworks. And in addition, guys, if you want to try and make your own models for games like City of Mist or any other types of games, please feel free to head on over to the Hero Forge website. Not only can you make amazing artworks, which you can convert into your own really, really cool tokens and art assets, which you get if you are a pro subscriber, which it's so cheap, it's silly not to. You can do that, or alternatively, you can get these models 3D printed and sent to you. In addition, Hero Forge will be over at Gen Con for you lucky fans who are going to be going and attending next week. So be sure to go and head on over there. And if you are, say, hey, Dead Aussie Gamer, saw some really cool Hero Forge stuff over there. Because, we love to hear from you guys. And I hope that they love to hear from me too. So, yeah. Seems sporadic, might be on your site, restart the app. Yeah, probably, yeah. Might be a good idea. Let me know if it doesn't fix, otherwise, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alright, well, the other sponsor that we do have to mention, of course, is none other than you guys, the folks at home. Thank you so much, not only for giving us your time to be here, but also, most of this stream, this particular show, comes off you guys. You guys are the ones sponsoring it through your donations, through your participation. As long as you guys are here and having fun, this is where this game's going to be. So yeah, thank you guys. Now, before we get any further, let's talk about some of the rules. Yes, what are the rules? So, the rules for playing in the City of Mist game are as follows. Basically, in chat, you should be able to type in exclamation 2d6. What this will allow you to do is roll 2d6s for the purposes of any rolls that we make during the course of the game. During this period of time, if you get a 6 or lower, you will fail that check. If you get 7 to 9, you will succeed the check. And if you get 10 or higher, you will succeed it greatly. You will critically succeed. In addition to the roll itself, we have, as you can see kind of below me there, a number of powers and abilities, or even just character traits, that basically we can use in order to try and succeed. Every single tag that provides a relevant bonus is something that is then added as a +1. So, for example, let's say that we are trying to talk someone down. We're really interested in buying this really cool electric guitar, and we're interested in talking down the price. So, how do we negotiate this? Well, let's say that the character is stubborn, which you can see under their personality. You can see stubborn is one of the attributes there. Music, they know their way about music, so we'll add that one in there. And we'll also throw in, community family. Let's say this is a community store, so we've got that, which means that we get a +3 on the maneuver because we have 3 tags, 1 in personality, 1 in training, and 1 in struggle, which allow us to succeed. So there you go. And before I forget, I'm going to very quickly... in our City of Mist game, you control Charlie, a punk rocking lead guitarist from the as they're trying to uncover the person responsible for hospitalizing our friend Reese. Power, manipulate electricity. Let's see. They are supported by the mythos of Tesla. Okay, boom, there it is. All right, so now my command should be up to date, which I forgot to do, which is on me, my bad. But that is now there, which means, bam! Exclamation City of Mist. There you have it. You now have the number of things that you can do to continue to support the channel. There you go. Haha! So, for $5, you can grant a power-up. Power-ups will give us a flat +1 boost. For $10, we'll get a loot box, so we get to find a item or piece of equipment that'll be useful to our hero. For $20, we can juice this up, which means we can actually alter or change the game in a noteworthy kind of way. Or for $50, we can spawn a unique danger. And that is to say, this could be an attack from a sudden group of villains. It could be secret agents from the government coming to stop us, or whatever the case may be. There are a number of different ways that you guys can influence the game. So there it is. Cool. Lastly, oh yes, before I forget, I would also like to thank Sirenscape, because Sirenscape is another one of our amazing sponsors. Let's see if I would... Did I... Come on. Come on, Dag. Nope, I didn't. Anyway, go check out Sirenscape. Sirenscape is where we get all of our cool music. And if you like the music, yeah, go give them a follow. Go check out their really cool stuff for your games. All right. Now, where did we leave off? Ah, yes, of course. When last we left, Charlie was in a... There we go. Beautiful. All right. When last we left off, Charlie was in the domicile of Kiki and Ty Lee. Ty Lee, being, of course, Kiki's mother, had revealed that the attack against Reese was not the doing of the mafia and the Yakuza here in Chinatown. It turns out that Reese, the drummer of the Pigeon Wranglers, Charlie's band, was in fact a kind of a sort of a what do you call it? A distance, what's that? What do you call it? It's like a removed, yeah, something like that. Aunt. So Reese is actually related to both Ty Lee and Kiki. They say that they would never have done anything to have hurt Reese, and if someone has, then it's not just Charlie that they'd be answering to. A lot of things have been happening in Chinatown recently. Many people have been moving on players, old and new, in order to try and consolidate their powers here. It is Tylee's belief that maybe Reese has accidentally gotten caught up in this matter, but it's very strange as Reese's mother has passed away, and Reese has no holding and no bearing to what would be otherwise known as the turf that was once owned by the gang that his mother was a part of. Tylee has told Charlie that it's also not been safe for Kiki as well. Many people have started to arc up and start conflicts, but thankfully Kiki has been managing to hold their own on several occasions, using brute strength and their very, very firm reputation in order to keep people who would target her at bay. Charlie has taken this information on board, but has now reached a dead end. Tylee mentions that perhaps there may be one other road to follow. Back when they were younger, Reese's mother and Tylee went toe-to-toe with some individuals who have been making some movements around the industrial district. There is a warning, however. Many of the gangs here are not rifters, like Kiki and Charlie. Generally speaking, they try to keep their noses clean from these things because rifters tend to attract attention from the authorities. However, the industrial district is different. With very few police officers patrolling the area, and it being a known gathering place of a few rifters, it is a dangerous place for even Kiki to go alone. So Charlie has enlisted the help of a new companion and chooses to continue their dangerous search into the industrial warehousing district. And it is here on this journey that we pick up our adventure. Now, guys, if you have any questions about the adventure, any thoughts on what you guys would want to do, or even say, throw it in chat, because I will be following it very, very adamantly. So anything you guys want or will do will immediately happen. Alright. So, Kiki follows behind Charlie, with Charlie's head face down as they start to ponder and think, man, this has already gotten too far. I mean, maybe the girls were right. Maybe I shouldn't have left poor Reese there in hospital. Maybe I'd be doing more for him if I was there by his side. I mean, maybe that's why this all happened in the first place. But I swear I won't let whoever did this get away with it. Kiki from behind seems to notice Charlie's internal monologuing. She taps Charlie on the shoulder. Hey, yeah, sorry, I'm just a little bit dazed, that's all. You scared? What, scared? I ain't scared. Ha, what do you mean scared? You're scared. No. Kiki not scared. Kiki strong. Kiki not want friend hurt. Kiki make sure Charlie friend not hurt. Yeah, I appreciate that, Kiki. But you know, I think we might need to get some stuff before we head in there. I mean, truth be told, aside from your big whopping stick there, I don't really have much in the way of materials that we can use. Charlie opens up their little backpack thing that they've been carrying. Inside there's a phone, a toolbox, which has, you know, kind of a sort of a wrench for taking off tires. Barely $12 in cash. Candy bar. Actually, you gave the candy bar to Kiki, so I'm going to take the candy bar off. There we go. A cell phone adapter and a wind-up flashlight. Oh, the writing's too small? Interesting question. I will post... Here we go. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to, very quickly, post this in the Discord. There we go. So bear with me. Boom, 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 boom. That is Charlie. And there is Kiki. Alright, let me see if I can also pin these. Can I pin these? Yeah, there we go. Boom. That is pinned. And you know what? Let's move this up to... There we go. It is now also higher in the list of servers, so you should be able to see it there. Anyone who wants to join the server and have a look at the stats, boom, there's the server link. Please feel free to go and check out the server. Can we do a gorilla punch to the chest and say, I don't do scared? Yeah, absolutely. So, Charlie looks over and says, yeah, look, I might not have as much as we might need to head into the industrial district, but, you know, she, you watch as she kind of like looks down at Charlie, big broad chest, kind of waiting, bated breath to hear what they say next. And Charlie says, yeah, I don't do scared. And then sort of does the gorilla pound of the chest. I want to say that relationship-wise is going to be very important for maintaining our relationship with Kiki. So I'm going to say for the time being, under Kiki's thing, I'm going to say right here, relationship meter. So it's 1, 2, 3. Actually, you know what? Here we go. Here we go. There's a thing here that I can use. Tags down here. Aha. Status. Friendship with Charlie. And we'll say that that is now at a tier 3. Beautiful. There we go. So tier 3 is quite good. Tier 3 is quite good. Yeah, Kiki is Charlie's friend. Alright. So. Also, welcome in McBluff. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Alright, so. As we were saying, we do not have too much in the way of materials. If there's anything we want to do or try to get a hold of before we head to the industrial district, now is the time to do so. Cobber, do we know what Kiki's mythos is? We saw Kiki's mythos, as it were, which is this creature here. This creature, we would know to be, yeah, basically an ogre. Yeah, so that's Kiki's mythos, as it were. Which, for the most part, we can see, but, you know, like, only when she's angry. Yeah, she does look very cool. Let me put that up again real quick. Oops, not that one. Ah. There it is. Look at that. How cool is that? Boom. Yeah, very cool. All right. So, I'm not hearing too many calls for a supply run. So, as Charlie goes over their bags, Kiki says, "No need much stuff. If fight happen, Kiki protect Charlie." Yeah, well, I look forward to that. Thanks again for coming with us, Kiki. It really does mean a lot. I know that, you know, we only met today, but, you know, Reese is really important to me. The poor little bugger's gotten himself in a world of pain and misery right now. And the least I can do is make sure that whoever did that to him, well, they suffer the same kind of pain and misery that he did. Kiki nods. Okay. Also, this is what we have on us as well, which I shall also post in Discord, because I did forget to post that one. There you go. That is what we currently have. Boom. Okay. There it is. Done. Okay, so beginning to head towards the industrial district, the sounds of the Chinatown city begin to fade away and is replaced by the sounds of hissing instruments. It is pretty bleak in this area of the city, with very few people lining the streets, very long gaps between these overhanging street lamps, making the sidewalk almost too difficult to walk. This area that you walk past seems to go past what looks to be the large like kind of river that runs alongside the city itself. The smell of that kind of very stagnant moss that seems to always hang in the air here permeates the air. You could see a few late night fishermen sort of casting their lines in against what is the brilliant array of colors coming from the city lights themselves. The fish here have never really been that good, but there's always a few fishermen oddly somewhere around here. As you begin to make your way towards the address that Tylee had given you, we are going to investigate and try to find the right location. So I need everyone in chat, exclamation 2d6, as we investigate the industrial district and try to find the location we're heading to. All right, beautiful. Okay, let's see those numbers coming in. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, last call for the rolls for investigation. All right, here we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is McBluff with a 5. Now, we have a 5 on that result there. Let's see what we can add to it. No, I'd say unfortunately we don't have anything in our tag list to warrant the any kind of boost. All right, I'm gonna get you know what, because we have an NPC and we have Charlie, I will be rolling for our dear Kiki. So I'm gonna roll her investigate. What does she get to add? She gets nope, she doesn't really get anything either. All right, let's see what she gets. She gets a 6. No, she also failed. All right, so as our two heroes make their way towards into it and deeper into the industrial area, a voice seems to call out to them from the shadows between the streetlights. I think you've come to the wrong side of the city tracks, my dears. Kiki immediately turns, only to see that she is confronted by what looks to be a strange globule creature. Writhing tendrils on this very oily and kind of gross-looking being are what you kind of see. It has no legs, instead just one kind of large like kind of one large sort of slender, oozing kind of blackness to it. But its upper half looks very much humanoid. It's quite late at night for two young people to be traveling so alone in this part of the city. Yeah, we can take care of ourselves, thanks. Look, we're looking for someone. Or should I say we're looking for some folk that might be up to a bit of thinking about what you're having to say. We're looking for folks that might have something we need. Kiki nods.
Something you need? Well, I'm sure you should be able to find something like that in the downtown area. This isn't really the place for hot topic.
You what? You then bite your lip. All right, guys. We're going into a vote for our lovely chat. You guys get to decide what course of action we're going to take here. Hey, thank you so much for the $5 donation, Corbo. It's freaking awesome. Thank you so much. Let me get that in there real quick. Wherever the heck I put it. There we go. Boom. Power boost. All right. We can use that power boost anytime we need to. Redeem insight bonus. Insight bonus. Insight bonus. This creature, this entity, this being is definitely a rifter, obviously. The creature itself seems to be on an investigation run. So it's trying to gain information from us. That's what we can tell. It's going to be a battle of wits between trying to get information from this person versus giving information away. So we need to protect our own secrets and our own knowledges. Like, we can't just come out and say this is why we're here. Otherwise, we might get into a lot more trouble than we're in. All right. That's our insight bonus, which comes courtesy of Redial. Thank you so much for that. Did they just call us Hot Topic? They basically, in a very roundabout way, they called us Hot Topic. Okay. New quest. Who's man? Do we fight? Do we lie carefully about why we're here? Do we tell the truth? Do we have what else? Do we outrun him? Do we? Let's see. What else do we do? Interrogate him for info. Let's go negotiate for info. There we go. Negotiate for info. Negotiate for info. All right. 3 minutes on the clock. All right. If you guys have anything you want to say, type it in chat, and Charlie will say it. Yeah, real funny, mate. Look, I've never heard that before. For your information, I make all my clothes myself. And what about you? Who are you wearing? He watches the ooze man, kind of looks down at himself. He's got obviously no clothes on. He's just kind of like this one big gelatinous blob. He says,
Yes, quite entertaining. But you failed to answer my question.
Yeah, right. And why should we answer your question? I mean, who the hell are you?
Let's just say that I am the eyes and ears here for some people who wish for a level of discretion.
Yeah, discretion. That's exactly why we're here, innit? Kiki again. You see, we're looking for something. Something that, let's just say you can't buy at Hot Topic, right? Now, I heard that this was one of the best places to go if you have something that might be a little difficult to get your hands on. And, well, of course, if it might be too difficult for the folks here, maybe we can have a look elsewhere. You know, maybe some of the rich, hoity-toity places. As you try to turn, let's see how this goes. We've got 7 in for negotiate. So, guys, let's throw in 2d6 for a convince check, please. Listen, you say you've been around here for long enough, right? Is the first thing you do when someone walks up is to ask people questions? Because, as far as I'm concerned, that is a really good way to get yourself in a lot of trouble in most of the really seedy places. Unless, of course, you're really just kind of pulling me leg here. Okay, we've got some numbers coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see how this goes. All right. Last calls for our rolls, ladies and gentlemen. He turns and he says,
Questions are my business. And I don't like not having answers for those people who have questions for me. I take it as a matter of pride to ensure that I am the one in the know. Which is why the people here call me No One.
That's a stupid name. Why do people call you No One?
Because no one knows.
Yeah, alright, that's pretty clever. I'll give you that. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see how we go, guys. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's see. Boom. 1, 2. Noria coming in with a solid 11. Let's see what we can add to Charlie here. Also, if I leave Kiki up, please remind me and I'll switch it back to Charlie. Sorry. Let's see. All right. I'd say it'd be tough to be kind. Born criminal. Stubborn. Yeah, there you go. Cool. That's some pretty good stuff. That is some pretty good stuff. Okay. That is a good one. Hey, what's up, Odd Bandicoot? Welcome in. You haven't missed much. The group has gone to the industrial district and bumped into this guy who claims to be nobody, and he wants to know what's going on. And there's so many puns that I can make here. Like, you know, if it's like, what's it to you? It's like he says it's nobody's business. You know, it's nobody's business. It's the thing. Okay. What was I looking at? I was looking at this. Here we go. Hold on. Okay, so convince. So you guys have landed a critical hit on our convince check. Let's see what that does. Okay, on a 10 up, we changed their agenda to include yours for the time being. So that's what a critical success does. Nobody looks and says,
Now, hang on a minute. Yes, perhaps I may have been asking and probing a little too much. It is, of course, in my nature to do so. Allow me to properly welcome you to the black markets, where you can find most anything you desire, be it information, weapons, people, or something a little more exotic. What exactly is it you're searching for?
well, you see, I'm looking for information about someone who knows a deal about car bombs.
Yes, I know just the sort. There's a greedy little rat that scurries around here. He's forgotten more about explosives than most people will remember. But what would a couple of upstanding citizens like yourself want with a thing like that?
Kiki kind of picks up where the conversation is going. She lumbers forward and she says, "None of puny man's business."
All right. Well, I'm only here to guide. And if it's this person you're seeking, then what you need Flint. You'll find him over at the docks, Warehouse 3. But I warn you, his prices are steep. Enjoy your stay.
And you watch as this guy kind of dissolves into a puddle. You're not entirely sure what his deal is, but you're glad he's gone. You and Kiki both take a huge, deep breath. Whew. And then you both kind of look at each other and start laughing. All right. Why is this guy helping us? He has his own motives. No, he's helping you because you got a critical hit. Your critical hit with your convince check means his goal is the same as yours. So yeah, I mean, yeah, which is true. He wants you to spend money in the black markets. That's what he's paid to do, to make sure that people aren't like lost and confused or anything like that. So yeah, you know, as long as you're not here to cause trouble and not here to kind of steal stuff. No, he's as much on your side as anyone else. Just kind of the bad guy side as well. All right. The two of you find your way to the warehouse areas. The sounds of the lapping water can be heard so close to where you can see the piers leaning out and over into the dark abyss. There you can see a large warehouse that seems to be stacked and laden with these dripping barrels. And out the front you can see that there's well, quite simply, a man with several large cages filled to the brim with rodents. Alright, how do you guys want to approach? How do you guys want to approach this individual? Do you want to just go up and talk to him? Do you guys want to like lay low, maybe observe him? Do you guys want to yeah, I mean, what do you guys want to do? How do you guys want to do this? Cautiously approach him? Alright, I've got one for cautiously approach. Open with confidence. So cautious but confident. Cautious but confident. Okay. I think that is very doable. Looking at the character sheet, Charlie is totally not cautious. No, that's true. Go in full swagger. All right, I'm seeing a lot of calls for full on confidence. So I think that's the way we'll lead. All right. As you approach, Kiki, Charlie looks over to Kiki and says, "Oi, listen, Kiki, you reckon you can do the whole, you know, I mean, like, chest out, you know, head down, that kind of thing?" "Oh, yeah, you know, you mean Kiki, you know, look tough and mean." Yeah, Kiki look tough and mean. You reckon you can do that?" "Kiki can look tough and mean." Kiki is going to make an intimidation roll. Let's see how Kiki will go with that. So Kiki has, let's see. I'm gonna go with convince. Convince this guy not to mess with us. Let's see. I'm gonna say giant stature, inspired by strong-willed women, because she's inspired by well, Charlie's not a woman, so that's a bummer. Intimidating reputation. So there we go. So we get a +2 bonus. All right, that gives us a convince of 9. Okay, so that's not bad. That's actually pretty good. So, as Kiki steps forward towards this man, Kiki's chest is out. Her shoulders are back. You can kind of see that part of the mythos is starting to manifest. You know, you can see that her jaws are starting to get really, really squared off. And sure enough, you see in front of you this rather. I mean, I wouldn't say this guy's intimidating. He just looks very bizarre. Look at this bizarre fellow who's kind of eyeballing you guys as you approach. Okay, let me just get the artwork up here real quick. Okay. All right. There we go. And here we go. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, Creative Garden, nice to see you. Yeah, basically you are in the industrial district, and you are looking for the person who blew up Reese. You've met with, I guess, what is the equivalent of a greeter, someone who has come here just to kind of like, you know, let everyone know, like, this is where you go when you want to find stuff and do stuff and yada yada yada. There we go. Aha, boom. And he has told you, the greeter that is, of this man named Flint, who is a person who knows about explosives and pyrotechnics. And that is the individual you're looking at right now. So there he is. All right. As you approach, Charlie says, "Oi, listen, mate, are you Flint?"
It depends. Who's asking?
Well, it depends if you're Flint or not, innit? Listen, I just need to know if you're the person to come to if I need problems eradicated, eh?
Look, I don't know where you think you have found yourself, but I don't work for people I don't know. And I don't know you, okay?
At this point, how do we want to approach? Do we want to try and, I don't know, intimidate him? Do we want to try and rough him up a bit? He seems to not want to. He seems to not want to work with us if he doesn't know us, which, you know, is not freaking you know, not uncommon, right? But how do we want to tackle this? He's pretty on edge because of Kiki, so he's probably not likely to attack. Like, you know, that's why, you know, look, if he was going to attack, or if he thought you were cops, you know, maybe he'd be like, you know, throw a bomb and run away, or throw a bomb and get into a fight. But it doesn't look like, you know, he's willing to make a move while Kiki's there. Nemo says, mention nobody. Look, I'm not here to play around, okay? You can't work for only for people that you know, because otherwise you'd never make new clients now, innit? Look, nobody's the one who referred you, okay?
Alright. Let's say hypothetically that I could help you with what you wanted. What exactly are you looking for? I mean, there are some people who want to make people gone. There are other people that want to make buildings gone. What are you after?
Yes, exactly, Corva. Nobody sent us here. And that's the code word. That's the whole thing. It's very cool. Alright. He's now probing into what we were looking for specifically. He says, "Look, this geezer earlier today made a car bomb. I want to know if that's your handiwork, because I'd be looking for something of the same." He lifts up his hand and sort of scratches his chin. You can see that there's lots of like the black residue of like gunpowder still on his gloves as he sort of strokes it, and he sort of goes,
Yeah. Thinking about it earlier on, I did sell a couple of sizable chunks of C4 to a couple of clients earlier today. Haven't heard about any explosions though.
At this point, you've got enough evidence. This guy is likely one of the people that made your bomb. So, look, obviously I weren't there, but what damage could that kind of bomb do? We're going to make a convince check here. Because at this point, we're asking a lot of questions, which is great. But we are also trying to not look like cops. So, exclamation 2d6. We're going to add in born criminal. We're going to add in self-reliant. So we're going to add a +2 to this as well. Hey, Hester, thank you so much for the 18-month sub, my dude. Hope you are enjoying your evening. Right now, just in case you were just joining us, our hero, Charlie, is looking for the culprit who blew up our friend. And we have come to this guy here who has, who has basically told us that he makes bombs and did make something that could have been used for a car bomb earlier on today. But what are we going to do? So we're just trying to make sure that he doesn't catch on to us. All right. So we got a couple of numbers here. So exclamation 2d6, last call. All right. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let's see what we get. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Redial with a roll of 9. Solid roll, my friend. All right. So, with a 9, 10, 11 for that +2, that actually gives us the critical hit, meaning that his goals kind of align with us momentarily.
Look, I don't share information about clients, but I can tell you that this person who came after it wanted to make sure that the bomb itself could, do damage to people nearby as well. I can make bombs that are directed. I can make bombs that turn metal into puddles. The ones that were used in, car bombings. Yeah, I remember this one. Special order. Came with some shrapnel buckshots as well. When the thing went off, wasn't just fire and mortar that got flown about. Added thermite as well to burn through the bottom of the car, plus large bits of ball bearings placed inside against the charge. Anyone inside the car would be turned to ribbons, and even standing outside, you wouldn't get away unscathed.
You remember the burn marks on Reese. You remember what was said about how close he was. You played the thought in your mind. Why was Reese not in the car? What would have happened? He was lucky to be there. He was lucky to get out with his life. You can kind of feel this anger welling up inside you. All right. Now, this guy's not going to give up who the client was. But the way that he described the bomb, it sounds almost exactly like the bomb used. What do we want to do with this guy now? Hey, Midnight, nice to see you. Welcome in. Right, what do we want to do now? He has all but admitted that that he was one of the guys who he was the guy who designed the bombs. That he sold it to someone earlier that night. That he heard kind of vicariously that one of these bombs most likely went off earlier that night. Hey, Vlog, nice to see you. Welcome in. I think I feel like I've missed a few people. Hold on, let me see. Have I missed anyone else coming in? I saw Creative Garden came in. Vorlock came in. Who else? Motivated Jackal. Hey, nice to see you. Welcome. Yay, so many familiar faces. Guys, if you're also just watching and enjoying the story, please, of course, just enjoy the story. You have no obligation in any way to interact with me, but I still love having you here and hope you guys are having an amazing day. Sunday fun day. Yeah. Doesn't like working with new clients. This is a regular, likely, or someone who frequents the market. It's very true. Or one that pays very well. That's also very true. It's very true. But how do we want to handle this guy? Let's throw out a vote. Let's throw out a short 2-minute vote here. So I'm going to put in the new poll here. Dealing with Flint. Beat info out of him. Pay him. With what? We also have to discuss that. Leave it alone. Buy something. Or what else is there? Threaten him. All right. Okay, 2 minutes on the clock. There he goes. Okay. Listen, mate. Whoever bought that off you won't be around for much longer. An explosion like that, they're going to be keeping low. I might be looking for something to, something similar in yield. But obviously love to hear a bit of testimonial, you know, find out if the job was really taken care of. And listen, if the recommendation is as glowing as your reputation seems to be, then I'll definitely be keeping you in mind. At least next time I need something blowing up. He's got a few thoughts on that. Hey Hester, just listening today while eating ice cream. Oh, delicious. It's a hot summer day here. And yeah, it's afternoon. Amazing you can remember my time zone. Yeah, of course I can. Of course I can. I remember everyone's time zones. Yes. It's a fluke. I always say g'day. Always said g'day. Good night. Good night. See, it doesn't really work, does it? G'day. Good morning. Morning. Oh, what do I say in the morning? Morning. 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 Nice day for fishing, ain't it? Morning. 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 I think I say g'day in the morning. G'day. How's it going? Yeah. G'day. G'day. Afternoon's obviously g'day. Nighttime's like evening. Yeah, it's either how's it going or g'day, I feel like. There you go. Nemo, what's your time zone? I would say UTC +2. That's my guess. What flavor? Gonna go totally get some ice cream. Yeah, what flavor ice cream? What flavor ice cream? That'd be amazing. Start rattling off everyone's time zones. Go, go. If I get Nemo's right, I'm gonna leave that there. I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna go out on top. Is Nemo's UTC +2? If it is, come on, be right. Tell me, Nemo. Don't leave me hanging. All right. So we are going to threaten him now. Given that we've succeeded with both Kiki and Charlie. Oh, UTC +1. Damn it! It was so close. It was that close. Come on, you got to give it to me at least some part. Because UTC +1 was my next guess. All right. Okay.
Look, I didn't get this way by giving information from clients to people I just met. I can't help you. Either buy something or get out.
Now listen here, bud. I ain't leaving here, not without what I come for. And what I come for was a name. So you're gonna give me that name, or I'm gonna have Kiki here put a big boot right down that mask of yours, so you can breathe at your. And she paints a very colourful picture of what happens at that point. Module was streaming by got my teams on right after not showing the stream for months. Very impressive how these streamers remember. Yeah, it's true. It's true. This time zone is actually really good for our folks in the UK, which is why I stream here, because I wanted to give something back to folks from the UK. I mean, early morning US is wonderful. I do appreciate it, but you know, obviously with Rob doing stuff for the New Zealand folks and Dread doing stuff for the Aussies, you know, I kind of do stuff in the early morning and late at night just because I can. So yeah, this is all for you guys. Okay, so as the intimidation goes through, he says he backs up a bit.
Okay, listen. I can tell you one thing. The person you're looking for, he's not a regular, okay? They don't come here very often. Definitely smell of old money.
Charlie thinks for a moment. Old money? Why would some rich hoity-toity wanker want to blow up a drummer from, like, the downtown district? What do you mean? You better start making some sense, because no rich hoity-toity would be seen dead in this kind of place. And trust me, I'll know if you're lying to me. He says,
Look, I ain't got no reason to lie to you, kid. All I know is that I was paid for 2 bombs, and I gave them front and center. The person you're looking for, she's a woman. Tall, long legs. Walked around with a strange kind of purple dress.
what you mean strange purple dress?
I don't know. It was hard to look at.
Well, that don't make no sense. Hard to look at. Maybe dress is shiny. Shiny thing hard to look at, Kiki says. Alright. One last question. Where can we find... And as soon as that happens, all of a sudden, you watch us, because he's been backing up, he's now by his work table. He grabs hold of what looks to be a small, it's kind of almost like a tube, and he cracks it open and rolls it across the floor. As it does so, we are going to go into a battle sequence. Okay. It's been a while since I've done a battle sequence here. But let's do this. Okay. So, a battle sequence is still the same as a regular scene. The difference is we have to make moves based on what's happening. If we fail a move, or if we only succeed a move by a certain amount, we automatically take damage, right? So for example, if we don't get high enough to face the danger, we can defend against part of it, but some of it will still hit us. As we take damage, we gain tags, and as those tags stack up, eventually if we get to a particular level of like injury, we go down and then eventually die. So it does take a little bit of time, a little bit of work, but we'll see how it goes. So the grenade is going to go first, and as it explodes, I'm going to just show you guys how this works. So we're going to have Kiki try to face the danger. Now Kiki's facing the danger. She does have bulletproof skin, so we're going to hit that one. I'm going to add bulletproof skin. I'm going to say that is all. There's a +1 for bulletproof skin. Trying not to kill him so he comes back later. Maybe, maybe. Alright, here we go. So, Kiki rolls a 9. Alright, which means we take the status, but with -1 tier. So the grenade in this case is 3 tier, which means we're going to be taking 2 tier worth of damage on Kiki. So, injured, tier 2. Alright, and it's that simple. That's how it happens. Can we deflect it back to him? Yeah, we can. We can absolutely. That would be taking a risk. Let's add that to a very short poll real quick. So, I'm going to throw these in here real quickly. Where is it? Over here. Alright. Grenade! Face the danger. Dodge. Take a risk. Kick it back. Alright. Alright, so there we go. The poll is up. It's only a 1-minute poll, so be sure to check that out. So 1 minute on the clock, starting now. Alright, get those votes in. Seeing a couple for kicking it back. Everyone wants to kick it back. Alright. Alright, so because we're taking a risk, we perform a daring feat. This would be our roll plus power, and if we somehow manage it, we will succeed with a 10 or higher. Otherwise, it'll be a 7 to 9. Things will get messy, basically. Alright. Here we go. We're going to try to deflect it back to him. Okay, everyone, roll your votes. So, exclamation 2d6. Let's get these in there. Say landslide, try to kick it back. And while we're doing that, let's look at our combat. Combat character, where are you? Come on. Boom. Yeah, look at that. Fighting Charlie. How good's that? I made a fighting Charlie. I did. Alright, I'm seeing lots of rolls here. This is freaking brilliant. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, I've got 8 results here I'm looking at. Last calls. Here we go. We're gonna be kicking it back. And we need to get a 10 or higher in order to succeed. Alright, let's see if we can add anything to Charlie while we're doing this. Alright. Let's see. Charlie. That's not really going to help us too much, to be honest. Where'd they get a cricket bat from? Well, I mean, when I made it, it was a cricket bat. Charlie doesn't have a cricket bat. Oh, maybe she does. Or maybe they do, sorry. You know what? You know what? Cricket bat. Done. Boom. Cricket bat. Okay, here we go. We're making the roll. That is a low number, which could be good or could be terrible. The number is 2. Unfortunately, that puts us at, let's see, 1, 2. Mythical Turian with a 2. Unfortunate. All right. Now we do have a juice, so we can do a reroll on that. if we want to use it. Because Pediola, our dear friend, has given us a juice. We can spend it if we want to reroll to try and change the game. Because right now, we are going to explode. What do you think? Use it to reroll? Yes or no? Type in chat, 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do we use the juice and change the game? Reroll, reroll. Oh dear God, yes please. Alright, I'm looking at a lot of rerolls. No one's saying to save it. Okay, yep. Alright. Okay, we're going for the reroll then. The juice is gone. Alright, let me get rid of the juice here. There we go. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna reroll it. Let's see what we get. And I will reroll another 2. So if we get another 2, unfortunately, Myth, I will reroll. Because I don't want to get the same thing. Alright, that's not bad. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Creative Garden with a 7. Now a 7 will just make it into the margin for the ugly bargain. You needed to get a 10. So that is 7. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, that's gonna be it. All right, so ugly bargain. Jeez, what's an ugly bargain? Okay, so it does a 3 damage thing. All right, here's the ugly bargain. You can either take the damage of the explosion or leap into the water of the docks here. If you leap into the water of the docks, it will mean that Charlie will not be able to use their electricity powers for the first round of combat until they get back up onto the dock. So that's the deal. Either this is going to be a big old explosion, or you're going to you can try to, you realize it's too late and you duck into the water. So what is the choice? Are you going to take the explosion, or are you going to messy deal? Take explosion, dive into the water. All right. So what are we gonna do? Messy explosion or dive into the water? Boom. There it is. Yes, but it will electrocute us. And while we have the ability to manipulate electricity, you will notice that we are not immune to electricity as well. You're very indecisive. Well, you know what? Sometimes we can be, and we can afford to be. I don't like it, but it's better than exploding. All right, looks like a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people are gonna want us to dive into the water. Yep. Okay. All right. As Charlie goes to kick at this grenade, they realize very swiftly that it is going to explode. Looking around at Kiki, Kiki's already kind of sort of dove out the way, and they decide to jump into the water. As Charlie leaps, the explosion launches them forward and into the air. Their body tumbles over itself from the impact. This is definitely a big explosion. Thankfully, this is not one of Flint's car bomb explosions, so there's no shrapnel or anything like that. This is just pure concussive force with fire. Kiki is injured, and sort of you can see some smoldering flames on her back as she's lying on the ground, like further up on the dock. And you can see as Charlie is launched, suddenly there's this, and that muted sound of being underwater suddenly just kind of like fills your ears. As they hold their breath, they struggle to try and pull back up and to the surface. Meanwhile, Flint, having kicked the, having thrown the grenade, they've pulled out what looks to be a fireproof blanket, which is on the table as well, which they use to, obviously, if, things going wrong, you kind of douse things in fireproof blankets. They've pulled it up and, like, absorbed the damage from that. As Flint looks at what's happening, he quickly grabs hold of a couple of things, small items here and there, as he places them into his pocket. He then turns and basically runs, leaping over Kiki to try and get away. Kiki is going to follow Kiki's instincts and try to grab hold of Flint's leg. This is to change the game. Now for this one, I'm gonna add in Kiki's ability to for super strength. I'm gonna say, yeah, super strength. That'll probably be it. Yep, there we go. All right, let's see if Kiki can change the game and stop them from running. All right, yeah, easy. So at this point, Kiki does change the game a little bit in that Kiki, as they grab onto Flint's leg, Flint is unable to retreat as of yet. So there you go. All right, which brings us to Charlie. Charlie is able to swim up to the water, but is still quite some distance away. As you take your breath of fresh air, your hair is kind of matted down and wet. Your clothes are not built for swimming, but I'd say Charlie's pretty. Again, well, Charlie is self-reliant. I would say happily Charlie's learned how to swim at some point or another. As they begin to tread water and look again, this foul-smelling algae that lurks over this water is just everywhere now. What are we gonna do, guys? We have our bat. We have our little switch knife. We can see Kiki's kind of tripped over Flint. Gonna cheer for Kiki and swim over. All right, so we're gonna cheer for Kiki. I think that's a really, really cute thing to do. So we're gonna go with change the game and inspire Kiki. Exclamation 2d6 everyone to cheer for Kiki as we swim closer to the dock. Kiki! Hang on, love! I'm coming! You've got him! Alright, we got some good rolls here. Let's see what the inspiration is. Wow. That's some really good rolls. Alright, here we go. That's not bad, not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Volok Tour. That is a 9. With Be Tough to Be Kind, I'm going to add that, so that's 10. Community Family, I'd happily do that, so that's 10. 11! Alright, so that is an 11 from our dear Volok. Gracias, as you have now inspired Kiki. Alright. Now, at this point, Kiki is in the line of fire, having grabbed hold of Flint's leg and prevented Flint from running. Flint takes out a flare gun and tries to basically shoot Kiki square in the face. You notice that okay, so this is kind of more like a flashbang than like something that's gonna like do a lot of damage to Kiki. So this is gonna blind Kiki rather than just deal injury. So Kiki will need to face the danger. They have bulletproof skin, that'll give them a +1. Wants to protect themselves, so I'll say that, you know, covering their eyes is not a bad idea. Alright, so we'll give it a +2. Alright. Kiki manages to face the danger, but takes a -1 penalty. So, thankfully, the gun, the flare gun, would have only given blinded 1. which means that because they reduced it by 1 step, Kiki is able to put her hand up and block the flash before it blinds them. Kiki will, however, then respond in kind by grabbing hold of this dude's foot. Is he one guy from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms? Maybe. No, he is not. Actually, his mythos is very surprising. I say that because it's a thing. Okay, so I'm gonna ask the audience this: do you want Kiki to try and hold on to the grapple, or would you like to see Kiki go full Hulk v Loki Avengers 1 and just start thrashing this guy till he stops running? What would you guys prefer? Unless you want Kiki to do something else. Because Kiki's got a +2 from Inspired. So it just depends on what we want to do. How do we want Kiki to act? Can't think of any other arsonists. Definitely can't get away. Yeah, we can grab onto him. We could try to pull off the mask. We could take his grenades. We could, break his leg. Break his leg. Break his leg. Yeah. Break his leg. Hulk smash. Alright, I'm gonna put these up here. Here we go. Kiki smash. Alright, here we go. Alright, new poll. Here it comes. Alright. Break leg. Hang on. Hit with all you got. Hulk. Let go. Steel pouch. Okay, the votes are in. Okay, so the vote is going out in just a moment. It is going to be a 2-minute vote just to make sure that everyone has a chance to vote. But once we have like a clear, defined winner, we'll go from there. All right, the vote is up. We got Brack leg. Hit it with all you got is the Hulk smash one. I think those two are going to be the most popular ones, but we'll see. Break fingers. Yes. The leg bone connected to the arm bone. The arm bone connected to your face bone. Hit it with all you got will be unconscious. So basically, yeah, like try to knock him out. At least that's how I view it. I view it as like knocking him out, the same way you'd knock Loki out. This might very end badly for us, Kiki. It's true. He's got some landmines on him. You're like, okay. Oh man, it's neck and neck. I can't end the vote early because we're even. Someone needs to break this tie. Otherwise, I need to flip my coin. Where's my coin gone? Hello, little coin. Little coin, where are you? I need you to make decisions in my life. What did I do with my coin? Is it here? Hello? Hello? I don't know what happened to my coin. I had a coin. I'll have to go find it at some point. Yeah, I've got the little coin from Fable that should be around somewhere. Break his leg while doing the Hulk thing. Okay, let's find out. Well, that makes me sad. Oh, there it is. Ah, I found it. Sweet. Ah, it was underneath stuff. All right. So, we're going to go with blue is going to be break his leg. Red is going to be hit it with all we got. All right? Here we go. I mean, I could lie to you, but what's the point, It is blue. We're going to break his leg. All right. So for breaking his leg, we are going to try and... let's see. There's a thing that we can do here called go toe-to-toe. Alright, now for breaking someone's leg, we are going to gain superhuman strength, protect yourself, giant stature. Alright, so we're going to give that a +3. Alright, that is a 10. We give our opponent a status with a tier 3. Now, part of this is that if we, as we do this, they get to smack us as well. But I'm going to use one action to block or dodge or counter what he was going to do. So as we go to break his leg, he's going to try and like sort of smack Kiki. However, Kiki uses her shoulder to kind of like block the impasse away. And you just hear this snap sound as this guy's leg gets the broken 3 condition. He is not keen on running anywhere anytime soon. Alright. Wow. Jeez. Yeah, okay, you've broken this guy's leg. As he cries out in pain, at this point you climb up. Actually, that was even higher than that. It wasn't even a 10, it was an 11, wasn't it? What happens with the critical hit? Sorry, 2 seconds. Because I remembered you inspired Kiki for this next bit. Okay, no, it is just choose 2 of those. Okay, cool. So, yeah, basically at this point you climb up, and as he's holding onto his leg, he seems to reach for something into his jacket. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to, like, try to knock him out? Do you guys want to try and electrocute him? Try and, like, tase him, basically? Do you guys want to tell Kiki to get away from him? Number of things we can do. Okay, yeah, let's go with that. Oi, mate, you've had enough? Or do we have to break the other one too? He says,
Ugh, damn it. Okay. I know when I'm beat.
you know that he's lying. As he reaches to sort of put his hand up, you notice that he has a switch in his hand. At this point... Alright, let's do something dramatic. I love this. Alright, I don't know how this will sound, but we can give it a go. Alright. At this point in time, as Charlie sees the object in his hand, all of a sudden, Charlie's hair starts to stand up again, even though it's wet and matted. It then just sort of stands up erect. And you watch as Charlie's skin starts to go blue. And you watch as the phone drops down by... well, the electronic battery, should I say, our battery. There we go. Drops 30%. Alright. Alright, so cell phone adapter has dropped 30%. As electricity flies into your hands and you launch it outwards. You kind of launch it like in a gesture, almost like you're doing like a strum of your guitar, but then as you like launch it forward, you suddenly watch as this electric arc flies towards Flint. Alright, we are going to now change the game. We're going to disable him, basically. So, exclamation 2d6 to tase him. We're going to add 1 for manipulating electricity, 1 for more potent when wet, because now we're not in the water. We are indeed still covered in water. We're going to add, let's see, anything else we're going to add in? No, I think that's it. So, we get a +2 on this. So, 2d6. And then we're gonna roll. We're gonna see who gets this one. Got some pretty decent rolls. Got a decent roll. 2 decent ones there. Very nice, very nice. I like it, I like it. Hey, Hope for TTRPGs, welcome in. Good to see you. Guys, if you haven't checked these guys out, please go and let's give a big old shout out for our dear friends here. Boom, there it is. Yeah, we're having a great day. Right now, our group is currently, well, sorry, should I say you, as Charlie, our lead guitar, electric guitarist, is currently trying to prevent Flint, a kind of a black market explosives expert, from fleeing. In your company is Kiki, who is, of course, your ogre partner. And you've broken this guy's leg, and as he's kind of gone to surrender, he seems to have an explosive device in his hand. We're rolling exclamation 2d6 to try and tase him before he unleashes whatever he's got in his hand. All right, we're gonna count these up in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and 8. So exclamation 2d6 if you want to join in. And here we go. Okay, this one's nice and easy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Motivated Jackal with an 11. Jeez, dude. All right, so that's an 11. 12 for manipulating. 13 for more potent in water. That is, yeah, that electricity. Hold on, let me see if I've got something here for you. All right, hold on. Do I? Here we go. Maybe no. Yeah, electricity. Is there an overcrit? I don't know. I don't think there's an overcrit. Okay, here we go. Change the game. Use this ability to give yourself and an ally an advantage. Rolling for power plus, that's +2. On a hit, you gain juice power. You can spend it on any number of things. Create a story tag. On a 10 or more, you get a minimum of 2 juice. Can also use your juice to scale up effects, prolong it, hide, or improve. Okay, so basically, you are going for electricity to basically disable him. Then we're gonna upgrade that because it's a crit from disable to knock unconscious. So as the lightning strikes out, Flint, his body just and he falls unconscious. As Charlie, goes back to being her, their regular color. There we go. They look over at Kiki. Kiki seems to look at Charlie and nod. And Charlie says, "Right, look, we need to get this guy out of here. If no one comes, then there's gonna be elder pay. Yeah, pick him up quick. We'll go through here. All right!" Exclamation 2d6 from our audience as you try to sneak away from no one. How cool is it, right? It's a great name. It's a great character. I will play him more often. Okay, let's put no one on the board, shall we? There he is. Okay, we got a few ones here. Let's roll that one. Okay. That is a solid 1. Hope for TTRPGs coming in with a 10 on the sneak. which is actually really damn good. Alright, so what can we do to sneak? Born to be a criminal, so we'll go with 11. Okay. And with that, while we are sneaking, on a 10, everyone falls for it. Okay, yes, so you grab hold and you're like, psst, quick, through here. You can see that there's an old abandoned shipping container, and no sooner than you get in, you kind of close the door and slam the lock shut. You can kind of see outside, back to the flickering of the lights that illuminate this area of the docks. As you do so, it isn't long before you watch this inky shadow, almost like a living creature, sort of creep along the floor. As it does so, you watch as this sort of upper head sort of starts to look around. You watch as it kind of grabs hold of the empty canister that exploded and looks around for Flint before heading just out and back into the industrial area. Kiki kind of has her hands over her mouth. And thankfully, because Flint is unconscious, he makes no noise until nobody leaves. Alright. Well done. Creeped out by nobody. Yeah. Nobody's actually quite terrifying. Nobody is a very, very powerful entity in my version of the city. He's not unkillable, mind you. He's just very... He can get everywhere. It's like he's war of attrition type thing. Alright. Well, Charlie, you and Kiki now have an unconscious person. You begin to rummage through their pockets. As you do, you start to search and you find a number of explosives that were taken. You're not sure how many of these work, or even if many of them work. But there's one thing that you do notice and you have in hand. You pull out you pull out what looks to be a tiny notebook. Dag's introducing a character. Mind you, he's not unkillable. Look, everyone likes to overestimate my characters because I'm very dramatic as a human being, okay? The thing with freaking oh my god, Selak. The thing with Selak was I made him to not die, okay? That's the only exception to this rule. Other than that, most of my monsters can be killed. Just people tend to be too scared to kill them because I hype them up. And it's good. It's fine. It's how it is. Can you steal the fireproof blanket and make sure Flint is carrying more explosives? Yes! Okay, so we're going to add some stuff here to the found stuff real quick. So here we go. Okay. Fireproof blanket. Tier 2 grenades times 2. Tier 3 grenade times 1. So the tier 3 grenade was the thing he threw before. What it means by tier is it means that when that explodes, that's how much injury it'll actually do. These are just simple grenades. They don't really do much. He didn't really take too much more. If you want, you can actually take his face mask and get a, what do you call them? Gas mask? Actually, we'll call it a superior gas mask. Yeah, you can take that off him. You can steal it and keep it, because why not? It's not like he's using it. Ha 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 ha. You also find $50 on him. Cash, $50. Do I have a mini without the mask? No, I don't. But that's... I'm not going to make it for that. Okay, cool. So as I previously mentioned, it would ruin his character. Look, I'll tell you what. You can keep the mask. He's got spares. You can just, leave him as is. We'll leave his model there. All right, so we'll save that real quick. So there we go. So we've got all the materials there. Now, this is while you're searching. You also find what looks to be... Flint's contact list. Now, Flint's contact list seems to be comprised of a number of different animals. Each of the different animals seem to have a different color attached to it. In addition to these colors, they seem to also bear a different kind of like... It almost looks like band names, right? So, the purple emu Vikings, for example. It sounds like a cool band name, but you're pretty sure that he hasn't written down like a list of these really cool band names. What we're going to do is we're going to do an investigation check. If he has a spare, can he take a second mask for Kiki? I don't think Kiki would wear a mask. Yeah, I just don't think she would. That's just me. I need everyone to roll me 2d6 as we are investigating these notes and seeing if we can crack the code. Unfortunately, we don't have any code cracking abilities. But maybe we can, maybe we won't. I mean, who knows? Let's go find out. All right. Hey, Charlie, what you find? These dangerous. You sure we should take... Yeah, no, I think we should take him. I mean, what? This guy's going to give him to all sorts of, unsavory characters. I mean, I've already seen what some of these things can do, up close and personal. As have you, love. Kiki looks down at her forearm and can see several of the burns that are still kind of there. Listen, for now at least, we should take what we can, eh? I mean, this guy's got enough trouble as well, the way his leg is. He'll be right as rain. It looks like a pretty clean break from here. Charlie's a bad influence on Kiki. Kiki sort of nods. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Monk Bluff with a 3 on our investigate. Sadly, we have no idea what this code book says. It's gobbledygook. We can ask Flint about it if you'd like, but we'd have to wait for him to be conscious, and when he's conscious, he's going to make a lot of noise with a broken leg, and having been tased. Which, of course, might attract nobody. It's good, right? Okay, so, at this point, let's patch up Kiki. Okay, we can patch up Kiki. Okay. As Kiki looks down at their burn wounds, Kiki kind of like pulls out what looks to be a gourd filled with alcohol. She pops the lid open and pours it down onto her arm. She takes a quick swig. It doesn't really help too much in the way of healing, but seems to help at least for the time being. At this point, stuff a sock in his throat and kick him awake. All right, let's kind of do that. You can find and make a makeshift gag. You actually, you know what? One of the easiest ways you can do this is you take one of the tier 1 grenades and you place it in his mouth. You then put the pin and tie it around his jaw. So basically, he can't open it any further than it already is. But if he makes too much noise and does somehow manage to break it free, it'll pop out and there goes his head. It's a simple setup. You don't need to make any rolls or anything like that. Also, welcome in Odd Bandicoot. To let you in on what's happening, our group has started chasing down leads on who set the bomb that took out our friend Reese. This is the guy who made the bomb. His name is Flint. He has a book of contacts which are coded. We don't know much more about it. We got into a bit of a scuffle when he kind of got suspicious about us, asking so many questions about stuff happening. And we broke his leg, tased him, and managed to pull him away before this guy, a guy named Nobody, who kind of looks after the black market area of this district. We kind of pulled him to a quiet little place before he was caught. Now, when he wakes up, we don't want him to alert Nobody, which is the guy's name. So, yeah, this is where we're at. All right. Let's say about an hour passes, and slowly but surely, Flint starts to stir.
Where am I? What's that? My.
He begins to realize his jaw is set. What the? He looks down, and he looks as though he's about to scream as Kiki shakes her head. Charlie says, "Now, I wouldn't be going off and making a bit of fuss, me son. Look, your leg's not looking right proper. Bit of a 90-degree angle there, about mid-shin. Now, see, we can help you out and get you to a hospital right quick and proper. But I'm afraid we're going to need something from you. Starting with, for you to shut your gob. Otherwise, more than your leg, you're going to be missing about the top half of your body." You watch as Flint sort of has this note of recognition. He feels his hands kind of tight. He kind of like places his hand, because you haven't restrained him or anything. You haven't tied up his legs or his feet. Like I said, he can't move with that leg broken and the pins in his mouth. He kind of reaches up and he feels for it, and he goes, "Look with your eyes, mate. Eh?" You watch as he puts his hands up. He nods. "Now listen, this here's your book of contacts. What do the codes mean?" He looks at you with his thing in his mouth. He goes, "Oh, come on. Creative sort like you, I'm sure you'll figure it out. What does it mean?" He looks around for something. Kiki at this point pulls out what looks to be a red pen. He starts to write down. P for purple is location. P equals park. Location, purple mark on tree. O is the Overhill Mall. Orange mark by water fountain. Green is the general store on Fifth Avenue. Green, aisle of like grocery stuff, like the grocery, like cabbages and blah blah blah. And he goes through and he writes down this list. He says, "Good, all right, and then what?" He says, "Animals are code names for clients. We do not trade in names. Last word is the order." Can we take note of this? Yes, we can. Let's take notes. Clues. Can I add a clue? Here we go. Okay. Flint's diary. Okay. Code. Color equals location. Animal equals client alias. And warrior, no, let's say last word equals order. Car bomb equals what's the word that I'm looking for? Is cherry. All right. Is Francis dead? No, he's not dead. Francis got to the end of his adventure, and we started a new adventure with Charlie, who is our main character here. Yeah, Charlie's new. Let me put this. Boom, there it is. A little bit about what we're doing and who Charlie is. Okay, there we go. So that is now. There you go. So that is now it. He tells you that yeah, sorry, there you go. So you're reading the book, he's telling you about the code. He says, all right, well, which one of these words means car bomb? He then points to all of these ones that say the word cherry. Taking a look at the line, you can see that there are 2 places that seem to line up with the most recent periods that you can see a cherry / car bomb having been found. The first is a cherry bomb that was purchased. Hey, sorry, real quick. Guys, from the Eldritch Scribe, welcome in, guys. Hi, how are you? I hope that you have had a freaking awesome day. For those of you who don't know, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. You guys have actually come in at the end of today's stream, but you know what? We're going to go for a little while longer, so do stick around because we will, of course, pass on the love and generosity of your raid. But consider giving us a follow. We do tons of TTRPG stuff over here and on the Twitch space. Today we do a City of Mist Twitch plays, so the audience plays the role of Charlie, who's this person here, who is on a quest to try and find out who car bombed her drummer. She is accompanied by Kiki, who is the large ogre woman that is over there. She's inspired by the spirit of an ogre, and they've recently nabbed a guy who builds bombs. His name is Flint. He's right there in the middle. They've broken his leg, and they're trying to get him to reveal where he sold some car bombs. Okay, so here we go. He tells you that there is one place. It is a private school known as okay, here we go. It is called the Feinberg Private. Yes. What do they call them? Like Feinberg Private High? No, they think they call it Private High. It's like preparatory. That's the word. Yes. Feinberg Prep. Feinberg Prep. They broke this guy's leg. Yeah, they did. All right. So, the location that the car bombs were purchased were Feinberg Prep in a gated community. The person in question was known as a Peacock. And if you look at the list, this person, Peacock, has only ever bought 2 items from this person. And those were the 2 car bombs, aka cherries, that were bought earlier this evening. So, yeah, basically it is a fuchsia peacock cherry. So, yeah, fuchsia peacock cherry is written on this twice. So, there you go. Let's write this down. Boom. Done. You can't make Charlie go to prep school. They're going to start something in several law schools. That is very true. That is very true. All right. At this point, he looks up and like gestures at his leg. Like, you know, he told you what you need to know. Are you going to let him go? Charlie looks over. At this point, Charlie sort of scratches her chin and says, now listen here. Maybe we let you go, maybe we don't. What do you think, Kiki? Kiki looks over and says, Kiki think that man is sorry. We know what we want know. But what if this man tell scary black man, aka nobody, about Charlie? Yeah, that would be true. How do we get him out of the way without, you know... At this point, Kiki says, ooh, me think me have friend. Yeah, me friend. He help once. Me call friend. He keep safe. Oh, yeah? Who's your friend then? At this point, the phone begins to ring. And as it does, we see a small, rundown, crummy apartment with cigarette smoke kind of like hanging and lingering in the air. And as it does, somebody answers the phone. Yeah, hello? Yeah, speaking. Yeah, Tylee's go. Yeah, I remember. What do you need? You where? He's what? Yeah, I'm on my way. Just, try to set the bone as best you can. You watch as he hangs up. He, puts the cigarette out in a small ashtray. You can see that a small cat kind of jumps up onto where his leg is and sort of purrs as it rubs against him. He says, man, this is gonna be another long night. Don't wait up. He grabs his keys, puts on his jacket, and heads out to help his friend. Alright. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we end today's session. Yes. By popular demand, and of course, very temporarily for this story, we are bringing Francis. Yeah, Kiki and Francis go way back. Not Kiki. Kiki and Tylee do. In this story, Tylee was actually friends with someone who Francis had saved, and yeah, Francis has done lots of stuff like outside of the hospital, like healing and fixing up people from the Yakuza and stuff, which is how Kiki knows about Francis, because he's the kind of person that'll like show up and help out and not ask too many questions. So there you go. Thank you so much, guys, for coming and hanging out with us today. I think Kiki's gonna accidentally rip his leg off. No, I think Kiki's fine. Also, by the way, just FYI, in addition, just so you know, we do have stats for Francis, which are now here as well. Look at that. How good is that? And just because I love you guys, and you guys have been just so freaking wonderful, I am also going to put Francis's stats up on Discord as well. So anyone wanting to check out these statistics can do so in our City of Mist chat. So if you guys want to chat and hang out and stuff like that, do come have a look at our Discord channel, where we like to hang out, do cool things. Curse F1, missed the stream because of the race. Oh, well, who won? Actually, no, don't tell me, because, spoilers in chat. I hope it was someone who I wanted to win. But thank you for joining us anyway for Turkey Slot. I hope that you had a amazing race. I know the F1 is a very exciting time of the year. For a man with crippling fear of dogs, though. He has a crippling fear of dogs. Actually, I should add that too. Fear of dogs. He's got tier 3, if I remember correctly. There we go. So now fear of dogs. It's right there. Cool. There we go. Done. There we go. We have all the characters. It's amazing. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining us. We hope that you had an amazing time. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here in a few hours when we come back to play Curse of the Crimson Throne with a group of Patreons. And we are going to be leading into Gen Con, obviously, at the end of the week, because those people who are, of course, going and attending are going to be having an amazing time. We do have a bunch of really, really cool and wonderful things for you guys to check out. On Friday, 8 p.m. EST, we will be on Gen Con TV Live with some cool stuff. And yeah, just follow our channel and you'll find out all about it. Yeah, because that's how we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate by being with Gen Con and giving our support from all the way in Australia. So look forward to that as well. Let's see. Who are we going to raid? Let's see. Who's up and doing stuff? Usually Mindari's up and doing things as well. Orkenspalter TV is also doing stuff. Sly Flourish is also doing things, man. Let's see. Yeah, let's give some love to... Oh, let's give some love to Mendari. We love Mendari. It's too hard not to. We do love Orkenspalter. Orkenspalter's amazing. If you haven't checked out Orkenspalter, guys, go consider watching, and you can actually Google this, the Orkenspalter TV Monkey Island game that we played. That was an absolute blast of a game. It is available on YouTube as well, so go and check that out. Yeah, what else? My name's Michael, Dead Game. We've been over that. Go check out our sponsor, TerraForge, because they do cool things, and Sirenscape, because they also do cool things. TerraForge. There we go. Boom. Bam. We'll catch you guys later, and as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Good night, everyone.